Hello, everyone. My name is Kalior. I bring to you every week the latest news regarding Bloodhunt and everything that's around it, and I help explain the news in a way that's better to understand what's going on, but not necessarily that sentence that I just said. For posterity, archival, and recording purposes, it is currently Saturday, December 3rd. We're not in September, December 3rd. This is a shit show already. Let's start over again. Now, it is 11:32 a.m. Eastern Time. It has been 221 days since the release of Bloodhunt, and it is currently 3 days until the end of the Halloween pass, which should end on Tuesday, December 6th. We are recording this live on Twitch every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. If you are live, feel free to ask questions in chat, not necessarily troll me, but have a laugh like all the lovely people that are currently mocking me. And as a reminder and disclosure, I am not a game dev. I'm not bound by an NDA, but I'll do the best that I can to explain the news with some reasonable assumptions. Yes, I do know 2 or 3 things that I'm supposed to be keeping secret about the next update, but I won't be talking about any of this. So that's full disclosure. The topics today, we are going to be talking about Twitch drops. Oh my gosh. Jiangxi, thank you. Thank you for the gift. And thank you also for reminding me I have to turn those notifications off for the recording, which is something I forgot. So people are watching the recording, I'm sorry. I forgot to turn this off. And in cab only. There you go. Where's the stuff? Need to turn off this notification. Please turn off. No, it's not at all inside the thing. There we go. Oh, I didn't put it in the group. That's why. Hold on. Technical difficulties. Just fixing this for a second. There we go. And what? Browser stuff. There we go. Turn off alerts. Thank you very much. Why are we seeing more Christmas stuff on screen? Pog. Why? That's not correct. There we go. All right. So, never mind this. We're getting back on track. All right. So, the topics today. So yes, thank you. So again, thank you for the sub. Also, the topics today, we're going to be talking about Twitch drops. We're going to talk about Bloodhunt related news. And also we're going to talk about what the heck is going on? Sorry to my upstairs neighbors. Yes, these are the topics. Actually, the topics that I wrote there. But first, if you haven't, please give me a follow. Even if you're not going to turn on notifications, it would mean a lot. I stream very casually during the week, whenever I feel like it, and actually whenever I can. I do giveaways, such as right now, after the recording of the show, I'll be giving away a purple paint jacket and Candy Kid eyeglasses code, a fuchsia finish makeup code, and a Techno Demon mask code. Right after the recording. You won't be seeing this if you're watching the recording on YouTube. Hopefully I'll be doing more giveaways in the evening of NA and some of the evening of EU. It just wasn't possible for me to do it this week, but hopefully maybe next week I'll be able to do this. So we'll start with the actual news of the week, and then we'll follow up with the major, how do we say, non-news major point of discussion of the week. So, I'm hearing some people shift upstairs, so maybe I just woke some people up. Okay, that's gotta be some follower alert sound? Maybe I should do this. Okay. Maybe I should start recording this. Okay, well, anyways. Yeah, let's get right in. To the usual stuff that we're usually talking about. So, yes. So this week, oh yeah, I forgot. I have to link. There we go. putting all the links in the chat as usual. Um, okay, they probably took that personally and stopped doing what they were doing. I mean, it's Saturday morning. There's not a lot of people. They're not going to work, so you know, they're doing something. So, so this week the Twitch drop is the Ancestral Expression makeup that started yesterday and will follow through the week until what is it? Until the morning of December the 9th. It is makeup that you have over the eyes, and it's got a nice little green tattoo on the side of the face. It's a vanity item that everyone can get. You can get from you can get those from the top creators streams, and the top creators streams, well, look at this right now on your screen. You have the top 100 streamers of Bloodhunt. These are picked every Thursday. Anyways, we're gonna go into the details of this in a second. So these are all the people that give out the drop on their channel. If you're watching this channel, hooray! Congratulations! You're probably getting your drop from me. I'm always making sure to be inside those top 100 streamers to be able to make sure that my account is always flagged on for this. Yeah, some people like it. Some people like it. That's okay. That's fine. Yeah, it's okay. So in terms of this, so here we've got a little update in the inner circle channels. If ever you want to be a part of the inner circle and be how do you say? Have a little bit more insider info, let's just say. We've got a little bit more of a how do you call it? Like details, because as Tobias is writing there on the screen, we're getting just a mini FAQ because those questions are being asked constantly all the time inside the channel and also are being DM'd to some of the people inside Shark Mob. So here's a few details that have been added, such as how do I get exclusive drops on the channel? You have to be in the top 100 streamers. So if you stream Bloodhunt regularly on your channel, every Thursday they do a check, and that's the list that I've just shown you. And also you have to be in good standing. You have to be in good standing with Shark Mob on your account, and then you get added. Now officially, that is the official rules that we got now. Also, the other question that we have here is, how can I join the ambassador program? Because ambassadors have been something that the community has been talking a lot about. Like, who are the ambassadors? What are the ambassadors? Who's a part of this? And what do you know? And how can I become an ambassador? So here are the rules that have been said, because we heard that there was going to be a shakeup about the of the program and the people that were part of the program, and something was going to happen. Well, now, without necessarily knowing more about what's happening behind the scenes, this is the part that we're getting here. How do I join the ambassador program? Well, it says, if you're a strong influencer within the company, regularly stream and or create Bloodhunt related content, conduct yourself professionally, and are an active positive force within the community, we might tap you on the shoulder one day and ask kindly if you would be interested in joining the ambassador program. Do you see all this? This is the checklist of requirement. And from what is being seen here, you will be tapped on the shoulder. It is not you tapping on the shoulders of Shark Mob to ask, can I be a part of the ambassador program? As far as the news here, as far as the info here is being listed. Now, I understand that that is something that a lot of people were hoping to get in, or we're hoping to get more details on, or we're hoping to apply for. Now, there's there's one thing that you have to remember about this is like, while these are the rules to, here are all the check marks that you have to check to be a part, like to be eligible for the ambassador program, there's one thing that's not being mentioned here is what exactly do you do as an ambassador? Because, how can you say, like, I've heard in the past, I believe it was Samir that said, what are the details to be a part of the to be an ambassador, what the ambassador's like job is. I remember that back in the day, the way that they were selecting ambassadors was because of like they were key people in different demographics of the game. So you'd have ambassadors for PC, ambassadors for PS5, you'd have ambassadors for North America, you'd have ambassadors for Europe, we have ambassadors for, to ambassadors that would speak different languages. Depending on exactly which crowds we would attract, you would have an ambassador for each one of them. And what the ambassador would do. Hey Juka, how you doing, man? Everything's going fine, man. Just explaining a little bit of the ambassador stuff. So the ambassadors would basically be the landmarks, the landmark personalities within all those different communities, at which the community would gather to with their questions, with their concerns, with their feedback. The ambassador would do their best to answer as many questions as possible as they could within the limits of their NDA, and would also like take the feedback from the community and take this feedback and relay it to the devs. Like, that was the point of the ambassador program and the ambassadors in general. Now, one thing about that is that I got the feeling from several people who were asking about the ambassador program was that they wanted to basically be not just a part of the inner circle, they wanted to get that VIP status, get the ambassador status is the high one. But you have to remember, if ever the ambassador program is something that interests you, it's kind of like, I don't know if anyone has seen like if anyone has seen Pirates of the Caribbean, like Davy Jones, okay? So Davy Jones, he got the job, he got the Flying Dutchman and all of this. But the thing is, he got the job, but he didn't do the job. And because he didn't do the job, like, the purpose of the Dutchman has been corrupted, and that's how he became all tentacly and all of this. So in kind of this weird metaphor that we got there for Davy Jones, at the same time, if you want to be an ambassador of the program, you have to be ready to actually do the job. Now, I'm saying this because people in the community have been asking exactly what exactly are the ambassadors, since we learned about this, like since early access we heard about ambassadors. What exactly have they been doing, and who are the ambassadors? Now, that's the part where it gets a little muddy, because that's the thing that is entirely on the side of Shark Mob, and on the side, like, the ambassadors, and all of that is under NDA. So we don't know if some people have actually been doing the job. You just know that we just know that it's been kind of weird doing a follow-up on some of the ambassadors, that some of them have not been playing the game anytime recently, and some of them have been very invested in other games, and you can see in their whatever, like, as it says here, like, it's not just stream, it's create Bloodhunt related content, because it's not just Twitch, it's also YouTube, it's TikTok, it's Instagram, it's whatever. Okay, so yeah, there's a bunch of people that apparently still have their ambassador tags in their profile, but we kind of left, like, from an exterior point of view, we kind of left to wonder exactly what are these ambassadors actually doing. And it's it's very quick and easy for us on the outside to judge some of them for what it looks like not doing a whole lot. But that is entirely, I just want to mention that is entirely between them and the people that are in charge of the ambassador program at Shark Mob to know exactly what's happening. However, want to point out that if Tobias is mentioning this, it probably means that either he's getting a lot of DMs about this, or that new spots have been available. We know that, I've been told for sure that Naysayer X, which was like the first, as far as I'm concerned, like the first ambassador of Bloodhunt, has decided to leave the program recently. I know of a few active ones. I do have a list of the ambassadors that was given to me by Tobias. It was posted inside the fledgling chat of the Inner Circle. But yeah, there's some of them that, you know, personally I would like to ask about this, but that is not up to me. You know, that's between them. I'm just saying that spread the word for anyone that might be interested in being an ambassador, or if you want to be an ambassador yourself, here's your checklist. I know from the few names that I've heard wanting to like make a push to become ambassador, not putting necessarily any judgment on some people, but here the part about being an active, positive force within the community, some people got to clean up their act. Just saying. Yes, hold on. There's been a lot of stuff happening in chat. Let me quickly catch up on this before I get to the next point. Just want a pretty outfit to go with it. Yeah, absolutely. My character's a Christmas goblin. Yes, I absolutely saw that, Jiangxi. Like, that is perfect. That is a good... The makeup that we've got this week is good to, like, it's going to be a part of a lot of Christmassy outfits or Christmas theme outfits. I wish it follows more actual Gothard or dark makeup styles. Well, Eister, you're going to be very happy to learn that apparently Tobias has said inside a stream that he really likes the customization of the next update because it's going to have a dark theme. So, Kindred can wear whatever they want, though, in the world of darkness. Absolutely, Mokrai, that's true. And it was just some off actual what I want to see. Yeah, gotcha. Maybe in the future we get to see some cool makeups. The Villas one was pretty good. Yeah, that one was gorgeous. So yeah, again, hi Juka. An in-game title? I don't know about in-game titles. Yes, gotta be inviting and welcoming. That's another good thing, Mokrai. Ambassador exclusive outfits and shirts. There were... Back in the day, in the first push of the Inner Circle program, there was using stream elements. There apparently were some objectives to reach, and then you got the nice the manga. Is it the manga? The manga shirt? The anime shirt. Sorry, the anime shirt that you can have. That your characters can wear in game. They got a real life one, and you'll see some of the streamers that were a part of that sometimes wear it. And I wish I could get one myself. Back at that time, I was very, very small potato. Very small potato. Not even big spurt. Small potato. Could not apply for that. Maybe one day. I'm like a battery. I'm positive and negative. But yeah, you know, the negative, you know, gets to be outweighed by the amount of positive that you're putting out there, you know? PG-13, no cursing? No one said that. I think that everyone's been cursing. But I know that as long as you get, like, you know, there are ways, how do you say this? Okay, hold on. There's a term for this. I need to remind myself what it is. Bad faith. There you go. Bad faith arguments about the state of the game, about the devs, about anything related to the game, there's a lot of people that do those bad faith arguments and bad faith statements, and I consider them like bad takes. It's just like you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know, you're not even considering many aspects of what you're talking about when you're putting out a negative, like a bad faith take out there. And unfortunately, like if you continue to do those regularly, people will take note, and you'll be put on the list of like, do not want to talk to that person. So I mean, you can tell the wholesome streamers, and there's still ways to be critical of some things, and still be positive about the outlook of everything. Like I try to be like this. Personally, I don't necessarily consider myself the best example. I mean, Naysayer X, it's sad that we lost him as an ambassador, but I looked at him as like a beacon of like, this is how you do it. Like stream was inviting, there was chat all the time, would acknowledge some of the failings that are happening in different sorts of aspects of Bloodhunt, but would still be like, we're gonna see. Like we just give as long as we give the feedback to the devs and we're respectful and we're being honest about things, and yeah, we're not piling on the negative stuff. It's gonna be all good. Like they've got the feedback. It's up to them. It's up to the devs to figure out exactly what to do and what to correct and what to improve with the resources and the time that they have. That's always the thing. If they're not able to do it, if they're not quick enough to change some things, if they're not doing the changes at the right time, it's like it's gonna be entirely on them. Okay, for the stuff that can be on them. The stuff that cannot be on them, that is absolutely out of their power, out of their capacity, that don't necessarily work. That's sad, but that's the kind of thing that sometimes it's it's not just them that looks bad. Like it makes it look bad for everyone. Every part of us, like every one of us in the community. Like I still say, we're still part of one group inside the community. So we can't just have, the bad aspects being enforced on everyone and imposed on everyone, as in, to like, that's not gonna make anything productive. I'm all about like moving forward. You learn from your mistakes, you move forward, you try to get things better. Sometimes you trip and fall down and you get back up only to trip again. I mean, that's the thing that's, the devs in the learnings articles have been saying like a lot. Like, we tried to do this, we didn't get up to the expectation of everyone. We're trying to do better. And, we said we were going to do better, but then again, we tripped again and we couldn't do anything. And just, as far as openness goes in those kinds of statements, the devs have been like pretty good. But we'll get back to that a little bit later. Hold on. Nice glasses, by the way. Thank you. I made them myself. Just kidding. Would be hard to their positive requirements. Blood and go. I mean, yeah, but I mean, just like look at our Minty Meta. It's easy. Like sometimes when you're playing the game, it's easy to have like moments where you go like, oh come on, like screw you, and it's just that you have those gamer moments of frustration, but they happen then. Like they're not gonna like you got to make sure that it doesn't contaminate your entire content and all you're putting out there. Like, it's a way, like we all have those frustrating moments in game, and we don't understand how players work or how the bots are doing. Like, why would you do this? And you move on after those moments. Don't vape or smoke while streaming. Okay, the don't vape or smoke while streaming, that's only if you're pushing for partner. That is the condemning thing. As a streamer, you're an influencer, you influence your audience, you have to be mindful of your actions. Absolutely. Can I be the Tyler 1 of Bloodhunt? You should never aspire to be Tyler 1 of anything. Anything. Calimero, that where writing stuff like dead game isn't helping and far away from real critic, it's also bad energy for new players. Absolutely. Like, absolutely. Someone can come in here and say dead game to me. It's like, yeah, game is dead. Can you move on? Like, that's not helping. We've got plenty of people that's doing this. Speaking of something like that, I talked to an ambassador about ideas of the game and what they think. That always ended up on money is needed for this. Rubbed me the wrong way, like how some would say dead game. Money is needed for that? I would like to know which ambassador is telling you this, because some of the devs have been saying money is not an issue. Absolutely, money is not an issue for them. Resources are an issue for them. Because, you know, they're being backed by Tencent. Like, that's one of the biggest entertainment conglomerates of the world right now. I don't think that's an issue. However, if they want to develop something, well, it's kind of any kind of business. Like, you want to use time and resources on developing something inside the game. Okay, well, you gotta make a case for yourself. You gotta justify it. You know, it's still like, you know, we still gotta move on with the project of the game. We still gotta develop it. We still decide what goes before the other. That's the kind of thing. It's like, you know, I don't think that money is on the table. That money is needed. That money is needed for that. I don't think that's. From what the devs, like a couple of devs have been telling me, like that's not telling me, I should say, have been sharing on their streams. Apparently that's not an issue. Resources have been the issue. There's not enough people apparently on the Bloodhunt team to help with this. To help with the progress of the game. Found that weird coming from an ambassador. Sometimes some ambassadors have been saying some weird things, and sometimes I would wish I had someone to just kind of look at, like, is that statement okay? But I don't want to bother the devs with like little mundane stuff like that. Okay, let's actually continue with the news. So for next week, in terms of, we're talking about Twitch drops. So next week's Twitch drops, the thing is, we don't know what it's going to be, because as we see in this little screenshot here, the Ancestral expression that we have this week, then there's 2 Fridays that we're skipping before we get the Please Die outfit that everyone is expecting. I want to remind everyone that was Tobias's answer. For those 2 weeks, we might do something different during this period. Winky face. The winky face is absolutely selling it. So yeah, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. I'll get back on this later. So yeah, the next official Twitch drop is going to be the Please Die outfit on December 23rd. There we go. Boom. Most of you already knew that, but we're gonna keep moving on with stuff such as, whoops, I did misspell that. Okay, it's Bloodhunt, not Blue Hunt. This week, the thank you, Joshi. The news that we got that is related to Bloodhunt, we got some new music for the upcoming update. Now, remember last week when we got the Maya's Club soundtrack officially released, we had Laced Audio, which is the company that helped put out the physical copies of the original soundtrack out there, which you can still buy out there. They said maybe more in the future. Well, maybe more in the future. Turns out it was like exactly next week, because we got 2 new soundtracks that were posted. We got music for Kirill's Bar, a new EP with music from Crash Face, from Enemy Music, Last Hounds, New Meds, and Shelf Lives. And also, boom, boom, boom. There we go. Omnis's Hovel. And by Matteo Tura, Sierra, and Phages. It's not just the link that is being put there. Go click on them. Yes, the soundtracks are available on Spotify. Actually, if you click the links there you go. It's on, well, you can't really see. It's on Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, Deezer, and Tidal. Now, in total, these are in total, it's 9 tracks that have been released. Each one of them are absolute bangers. I have to, like, this is not because, like, it's the thing and it's promoted or whatever. I really like all of the tracks that have been put out there. And there's even for Kirill's bar, hold on, let me just bring it back, because I saw a tweet from the people that put it out there. Yes, there was a tweet from Last Hounds. It's a hardcore punk band. They tweeted that. Where is it? Did they tweet this? Like, hold on. Let me find the. If I look at the quote tweets. No. Anyways, the band Last Hounds put out a tweet about this, and they said this track was put together and recorded and performed within 48 hours because that was such a good idea. So yeah, and they're absolutely exactly like working with the themes. Like Kirill's bar is absolute like rock, punk rock, and all of that stuff. Omnis is much more electronic-y than I thought it would be, but still pretty good. That's probably why he's got his iPods on all the time. Go look at Omnis. He's got some wires. The man's got some wires connected to him. So maybe he's listening to music all the time. Also, Rick, hey, how you doing? By the way, Fragilopes or Fragilopes, thank you for the follow earlier. I saw that, and thank you for chatting for the first time in the channel. So they're all there, and I'm really hoping that at some point I will be able to buy all of them and not just have them on streaming services. I'd like to download them and have them on my computer. Because right now that, they say that, you can download them, but if you've got the app, and you can only play the download tracks on your app, which is kind of but that's just me. There you go. And another thing that reminded me, like all of this music reminded me that maybe it's something that a lot of people have not heard for a while. So I'm just gonna post the links here and show you that everyone a while ago there we go, these are 3 links that I'm putting out there for you. World of Darkness, the World of Darkness, hold on, that you can't really see here, hold on, let me just change a little bit the fear. There you go, World of Darkness. That was 6 months ago. They put out some soundtracks for everyone. Like this one is, oops, hold on, no, wait, what? Who? Did I just juke myself? No, there we go. They put out some good soundtracks you want to listen to, and they have different sorts of vibes to it. So there's one with Anarch for like an Anarch bar. So there's like instrumental rock, blues, alternative, very kind of delete the PTBR message. What do you mean? I don't understand what you mean. Anyways. Oh, Portuguese, Brazilian. Oh, okay, yeah. I don't understand. I don't don't speak like I speak French. I can understand a little bit of German. I can read a little bit of Spanish, but you know, let's keep it English here, unless I'm doing the French stuff. You clicked the wrong thing, but close enough. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So yeah, so that's the thing I wanted to show everyone. Hold on, if I can just stop juking myself. There we go. So you've got an Anarch Bar one. You've got one that is music to roleplay with, which is like dark, urban, post-rock, spooky, ethereal. If ever you've played, let's say, Coteries of New York, it's the kind of music that you would have in the background. It's very like it's good to have in the background. And also there is Vampire the Masquerade lo-fi music. It's lo-fi, not lo-fi. Some people might recognize in this image over here this "Death is not the end" neon sign, and also this little outfit. Some people might recognize this little outfit from Bloodhunt. It's lo-fi. And yeah, so like very like it's not necessarily like tailored for vampire things, but it's just like it's you know, it's just a bunch of lo-fi. That's how it is. Like, look at the etymology of that. Like, anyways, I'm not gonna go this. It's gonna be after the newscast. All the giveaways are gonna be after the recordings, because we're recording right now, by the way. I just have to remember that I'm doing a news thing. Okay, so besides that, okay, streamers, by the way, all of these three soundtracks by World of Darkness that they've put out there, they are subject to copyright. If ever you were thinking of maybe using them as background music, copyright strikes. So do what you gotta do. Another thing that happened this week, I've already announced this previously, that there was going to be World of Darkness was going to put out a wiki for the Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition community, and now the wiki is now official, and our good friend, our good lore responsible lore video guy about Bloodhunt, Meradin, has been working on it. So there's a section especially for the V5 games. A lot of V5 games have been put out in the recent years, and Bloodhunt has a section entirely for it, and he's been very active in there trying to put everything together. So he was saying, hoping to round out the character section this week and then move on to transitioning my quest guides to it. So if ever there's if ever you're a person that doesn't necessarily have access to Steam and the Steam guides for Bloodhunt, where Meradin has been putting all his quest guides there, he's been telling me that sometimes there's issues with some of the pictures as they're being posted there in guides, because Steam does a weird thing with updates sometimes, and they mess up a little bit the way that his guides look like. Well, they're all going to be put inside the wiki. And yeah, please, like, I would appreciate everyone if you just click that link, at least follow Meradin, give him some support. He is really the only guy out there that is doing anything for the lore of Bloodhunt. So, like, please give that guy some, please give him some support. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but also in his description, he has a YouTube, okay? Has a YouTube. Let me just, hold on. Copy link address. There you go. Here is supposedly the link for his YouTube. Let me check. Oh, nope, that's not the right one. Well, anyways, hold on. Delete. I'm gonna. Can I delete my own message? No, I can't. Anyways, so yes, he is American. He's very much American. But yeah, apparently there's some people that are going to help him with the translations for the different versions of the website, for different different versions of the website. Hold on, YouTube. If I go to Meradin, Meradin, unknown. Meridian unknown, that's not it. Where is it? Okay, well, I'll find it somewhere at some other time. Though it's Meradin underscore unknown. God! There we go, Meradin unknown here. Boom. Bam. There we go. Go subscribe to him so you'll know whenever there's going to be a new update. It's been a while since he put a video out there, and I asked him about it recently. It's depending on it was entirely depending on the update and how they were going to fix some things. There is one story currently that is inside the game that is left to be fixed. It's the carte blanche mastery / achievement / whatever you want to call it. The last part of that story is bugged, and we were hoping both in the September and the October update that this part was going to be fixed. Unfortunately, it's still not fixed. So yeah, what is contained inside this last bit of story that needs to be unlocked is absolutely critical, and he's been sitting on a couple of videos. Yeah, he's been sitting on a couple of videos, and it's all depending on this. So he hopes that he will be able to put some more content out, more videos out for everyone. It's just depending on whenever the Bloodhunt devs manage to fix that. Is that a different color Bruja Wolfblood on his banner? I don't know. What are you talking about? Hold on. Bruja here? The first character here, yeah. Different color of Wolfblood. Straps and fur. Oh no, that was an outfit. That was that outfit was available for a while. And that's a tattoo. And what you've got there is a tattoo as well. The hair color though, interesting. I wonder if that's been colorized because I don't have that. That teal. Oh wait, no, it's or is it the bubblegum one? I can't tell. Anyways, it's not blue. That's teal. Moving on to this. Yeah, so moving on to this, we're gonna have some, like, I'm sure that whenever Meradin's gonna be like advanced with that sort of stuff, he is going to tweet it out, and we're gonna be able to go in there and maybe help out. If ever you feel like helping out, contact Meradin. Okay, so in terms of other stuff, something that we learned last year. What do you mean I'm being a butt? Oh no, I don't have anything for giveaway. Like, giveaway is gonna be happening after the news recording. There we go. So apparently, we found out last week that apparently Bloodhunt was at the Intel booth, was at DreamHack Winter at the Intel booth. We didn't know about this. No one advertised about this, which we all thought was weird because when Intel Gaming tweeted this out, apparently, you know, become the ultimate vampire, play Bloodhunt at the Intel booth, and earn swag. There was swag there? Nothing was said about this. Hold on. And look, hold on. Look, let's look at this. Do you see those Bloodhunt bags? Like, those are mouse pads. Those are Bloodhunt, like, and the infamous, apparently, for anyone that's managed to get their hands on a Bloodhunt bag, apparently the socks are the shit. Like, apparently they're absolutely, like, fantastic. Like, you get a bunch of, like, things inside boxes. Everyone that apparently has received any boxes, there's just, like, pins, temporary tattoos, and stickers and all this, but the socks, man, which is the weirdest thing, which probably also makes us, like, very much gamers, because we only, like, are excited about t-shirts, but never about, like, the rest of our apparel, you know? It's a wonder that any of us apparently has underwear, but also socks. Apparently we like to wear our socks until they're completely disintegrated, and oh yeah, we like caps too. So apparently some people really like the socks, but yeah, apparently if you were in Sweden and you were able to get in DreamHack Winter, apparently you had a chance at getting some Bloodhunt swag over there. We have underwear? I don't know. I do currently. Yes, I do. So moving on to next thing. We had a gamer meeting about this? No one told me. Okay. Another thing that happened last week was Combat Glue had his Extra Fine Bloodhunt giveaway, and I saw for a brief moment that he said that there was going to be an announcement of the winners, and I couldn't find the post again about this. So apparently what I think happened is Samir contacted the winners, and apparently none of them wanted their info to be out there. So it's probably going to be yet another contest or giveaway that I've gotten some people to go participate, and we're never going to find out exactly who won. Sad trombone from here. Hold on. So, never saw the winners' announcements. I couldn't find it. I looked everywhere. Apparently, there was supposed to be an announcement this weekend or something like that. Never saw it. Anyways. Yeah. Apparently, there's some, we're not gonna know. I'm having a Fuchsia Finish makeup and Techno Demon mask giveaway, and also Purple Pain jacket codes giveaway done after this recording. I will be doing another one next week, apparently. Dates to be determined, as usual, because work is probably also going to be hellish for me this week, this incoming week as well. So please keep an eye on my Twitter. Hold on. There we go. Keep an eye on my Twitter, so you'll know exactly when I'm gonna go live, or if it's gonna be another situation of F it, I don't have the time during the week, and it's gonna be after my news show again next Saturday. We're gonna see. Yeah, it's been terrible for me. In terms of community events, we have nothing. We have nothing because it is. Oh wait, hold on. Boop. There we go. That's what I had advertised. So in terms of community events, we have nothing, which is kind of normal near a patch. There's not a lot of people that are playing, and people would rather play other games in the meantime, finish other seasons, finish other stuff, get back to some updates that you didn't get to see because there's an update coming soon. So, people are doing other stuff before they come back to the game when the update goes live. We all know this. That's normal behavior. However, I want to point out that numbers of players for Bloodhunt haven't been dipping as much as we thought it would be. Like, usually there's a slump before an update goes live. That's like all of the games that have seasons usually do this. But heck, apparently, like, the numbers haven't been, like, they've been going down a little bit, but not as much as we thought that it would be. So, again, the situation with the bots, doesn't matter exactly how you feel about it, it has not been overall a negative thing. I've been saying this for weeks now. So I talked about this situation before. I'll talk about it some other time, especially when we get the learnings updates, and where we're gonna get like some updates from Bloodhunt. We're gonna talk about this, so I'd rather not spend more time here because we're already at 50 minutes. Anyways, too many games with battle pass that require to consume your time. Exactly. I fully believe that nobody will actually actively won that giveaway. Just bots more likely win these kind of giveaways. Can't happen. I've visited too many battle pass in recent times. Yeah, you're terminated. I totally agree. That's why I've been I'd say towards the summer, I've been starting to limit exactly what number of games I give like my time and money for battle passes. Like, I've been like cutting a lot of them. Isn't it hell and make it a chore? Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes it makes it a chore. It's just like, oh, I paid for it. I gotta log into this game. Ugh. Or else, if I don't log in, it means that I've paid money and I didn't get my amount worth of it, you know? So, yeah. So, okay. Now we're getting back to the major meat and potatoes of what we really want to talk about. The news part of this news section is completed. Just gonna my god, this refreshing taste of Bloodhunt Blood Orange. Not sponsored. Okay. let's get into what I wanted to talk about, and I'm a little bit anxious to talk about. So, remember this. Hold on, I've got to again change the. There we go, so everyone can see all this. Okay. Remember, I posted this and I presented this as a hypothetical calendar of possible events for Bloodhunt. Now, this is the latest updated one. Now, there's some things that are in the calendar that you might not understand. I will get to this. I want to explain how I managed to set some things up. Especially here. Friday, I put October Update Learnings article. On Monday, I put new update patch notes release. And on Tuesday, I put new update launch day. Here's the reasons why I did that. The Halloween pass ends on the morning of Tuesday, December 6th. Combat Glue, many times since the beginning of the Halloween pass, has said, guys, in the past, every time that we've ended a battle pass, we've started a new one. An update landed and we got a new one. So it would stand to reason, but still, everyone that is associated with Bloodhunt, ambassadors, game devs, have been saying the date is not confirmed yet. But I was so bold as to say, and even put in my stream title this week, when I did a stream, that the patch date is going to be December 6th. Absolutely. Because that's when the battle pass ends. It stands to logic. It stands to believe. And both in the September and the October updates, the behavior from Sharkmob was the Friday just before it. They put a learnings article. They put that out, and then on the Monday, they would put out the patch notes. On the Tuesday, there was going to be the new update. That's what's been happening previous to updates. So I thought that is going to be the same exact behavior. So Friday happened. This Friday, December 2, that was yesterday. So the day advanced, and the day advanced, and the day advanced. And during the afternoon, I've realized that in Malmö, it was now the evening. And in the evening, you don't expect someone to put out a business tweet. So I quickly realized that we're not going to get a learnings article yesterday. So I was good enough to take a screenshot of how I looked at that time. So that was me yesterday when I came to terms with that. So I started asking around to different people in the community, just to make sure that I wasn't completely like going absolutely crazy. I asked around, like, are you surprised about this as I am? And a lot of people said, yeah, or just like, oh shit, yeah, we didn't get anything today, or, whatever. I asked someone in particular, which I will not mention here. I asked about them and they said, wait, Learning's article? Isn't that supposed to be next Friday? Next Friday? So not this Friday. Okay, so next Friday, hold on. So if it's not here, then it means it's here. But if the patch is Tuesday, what's the logic of putting a patch on Tuesday and then giving us the article about the learnings on the Friday after the patch? Surely it means that it's because there may be some things probably that they've learned that they don't want to preface because they know our reaction is going to be somewhat mixed, and they thought, you know what? It's better to just drop the patch on them so they can see what it is, what it contains. Like, we're not announcing anything. We're just going to drop it on them. And then a few days after that, it may not be Friday. It could be like any other day in the week. Then we post a learnings article to go like, okay, so now you've seen what we did. Let us explain like how we got to this. And now our article is going to make more sense. That's what I was thinking, That's what I was thinking. Until this morning, where Jakey, if ever you've been on the Bloodhunt Discord, you know that Jakey is someone that is fairly reliable. I say fairly just because I haven't been like following their interactions with people, but usually it's kind of a voice of reason and also voice of setting clocks straight with everyone about like certain facts. So I saw that they posted, and also they contacted me I contacted them on Twitter today. But they had posted this on the Discord of Bloodhunt. Update more than likely delayed, but stay tuned for announcements. I asked them a little bit about that. They said it is from a reliable source. So that could explain why no one at Shark Mob and none of the ambassadors has been able to give us a release date. Suddenly it makes sense to me. Is because there were some variables that had not been properly taken care of, or some other problems. Whatever. We can speculate, but we don't know until we know, So it's delayed. So we have to stay tuned for any announcements. So take this still with a whole bag of salt. We don't know. Yeah, that also would explain why there's been a lack of hype. It's just like maybe a marketing department can't do hype if they don't know when exactly it's going out. When exactly the hype is going to be happening, But now suddenly it makes sense, especially if the person that I asked to said, wait, Learning's article, isn't that the next Friday? So then here, and then that would be here when the new launch and patch notes would probably be. So yeah. So I was a bit disappointed, but at the same time, Hold on. I have a whole spiel about this. Hold on. Let me get back here. Boop. Hello. I'm back here. So, about this, it's hard to, like, I like to be, like I said earlier, I like to be like, have a positive spin on the stuff, you know. Yes, exactly. On the bright side, we know that the patch is big. We know that the patch is apparently like very big. But we don't know exactly the contents of it, so we don't know how to be hyped about this. So maybe they need time to polish it out. Absolutely. So I'm gonna say it's hard, you know, to stay on the bright side of everything. It's hard to hide my disappointment about all of this. It's hard to understand what's the strategy behind the social media communications side of things, because despite not having a release date to hype, okay, besides that, I still do not understand. Yes, exactly. You're terminated. My disappointed is immeasurable. That's why I chose that picture for many reasons. That's one of them. It's hard to understand why you would decide to leave the community in the dark for so long. And just knowing that leaving the community in the dark is it's not a good strategy. I think I can say this like confidently enough, even though I've been told that there are good reasons why we've been left in the dark. There's good reasons why there hasn't been any leaks. Apparently, there are very good reasons. Just again, that two people have told me that there are good reasons. So I just I stick that in a pinboard, leaving that for later. Okay? It's not good for confidence. It's not good for the confidence of the brand. It's not good for confidence of the game. It's not good for confidence of the devs and in the studio. And not just for now, but also in the future. That kind of stuff, that kind of stink remains. Okay? You've probably heard, if ever you've followed some game studios that have released like some things or have had different sorts of behavior, some of the behaviors of the past like follow them, and I hope that all of this gets fixed, because Shark Mob has 2 unannounced projects that they're working on. Also, it's probably not the Bloodhunt team that's working on this. It's probably other things. But gamers are dumb enough to go like, well, what they did with Bloodhunt, if that's any indication that what they're gonna do with this game and that game and blah blah blah, that's idiotic. But still, like, besides that, I've noticed that the Bloodhunt Doomsayers and the dollar store Nostradamuses that had been gone for a while have started resurfacing this week, and again chanting for the imminent death of the game. And right now, even though they're coloring their comments with a package of absolute cynicism and toxicity that doesn't make anyone want to respond to their statements, because we recognize that they're toxic and we're just like, we could give a response to this, but we're absolutely not going to say anything about it. Unfortunately, these people are still scoring points because in the core of the matters, in the core of the concerns, they're right. And unfortunately, we're left with nothing to defend our game, for sake of a better term. And I know it doesn't excuse anything about what's happening, but I've been like, I want people to keep in mind I've been getting the feeling, reading between the lines of certain interactions I've seen, it seems that, like, just keep that in mind. Apparently, not everyone in the Bloodhunt team is happy about this situation either. So when you're given feedback, be mindful of that, I'll just say. Because, yeah, apparently there's yeah, that's... Some might not be on board with what the team is doing. And you've all been in this situation where there's, you know, there's hierarchy and there's a group and someone decides we're doing this that way, and you just go like, well, I'll just shut up and go in my corner, I guess. And by the way, these aren't like what I've been saying, like these are not my own thoughts and opinions about the situation, because I have a lot more to say like on my behalf. I'm just keeping most of what I've been thinking to myself. I'll wait until the update is out, until the articles have been posted and we get the reasonings for this and that, what's all been going on, etc., etc., and then I'll have to say something about that. You know, I'm gonna say, like, I was so confident about the whole situation that I even put together. If you've been following me on my Twitter, I've been putting together a little day-to-day countdown to let us know when the battle pass was going to end, and we were gonna get excited about the next patch. But you know, I because someone has to be excited about the next update. But now I guess I'll have to spend a few days in the shower to wash off all the egg in my face. But who knows? Hold on, I go back to what everyone is saying in chat. Here's a silver lining, okay? Here's a silver lining. On December 6th, there's so many updates and new seasons that are coming to major games on that day, on that week. Maybe it's actually a good idea for Bloodhunt not to have any big update on that week, you know? Maybe. So, time will tell. Right now, this is what we got. And, like, again, like, keep in mind that these are from, you know, unofficial, official sources. Yeah, Overwatch 2, Shadowline, Fallout 76, Apex, who else? Like, there's a whole bunch of updates coming on December 6th, and it's like it's all a bunch of stuff that is like, it makes, like, I've talked about this last week, like, it makes sense for a lot of those game companies to put out an update specifically on that day. There's also been, like, stuff that has been happening, like, this week that's been happening too. Like, I mean, like, some of my feed, like, I'd say half of my feed this week is just people, like, going nuts about the new WoW expansion, you know? Yeah, so, I mean, maybe delaying it 1 week, where, the next week, like, the week following December 6th, there's almost no big releases that are coming out this time, so maybe. Hold on, I'm gonna get back to what chat you've been saying. Oh god, I gotta scroll a lot. Fresh taste of the game instead of knowing what to do straight away. Okay, maybe. We're hungry for content. I think that we all are. Hire me, Shark Mob. I will get things done. Well, you're terminated. There is go on the page of Shark Mob. There's jobs openings there. So yeah. The more they delay, the more they push back the updates, and the contents of the state of the game is not going to change. Well, hopefully, it's going to be just 1 week. If it's 1 week, then, you know, either continue to play Bloodhunt or just, like, yeah, like I say, it's like major games. Like, all of the major games, you probably own one of the major games. They're, like, starting a new season or a new update or anything. You're going to be playing that. And then you're going to be like, well, this week is over. Oh, wait, Bloodhunt update. there we go. You know, tease something even it's a vampire in a Santa mask. Apparently, yeah, you're terminated. Apparently, there's good reasons why they're not teasing anything. I hope that this reason is good because I'm waiting for this. Snow in Prague. See, they. Okay, here's the thing. Some people have been saying like, okay, let's give us snow in Prague. Let's make it like December and all of this. You have to be conscious of two things. First of all, lore-wise, it wouldn't make sense. It's happening in that time period during that day or those 2 days or whatever it's happening. It's happening in one day, and that's the situation. Like with the environment and all of this, like this is supposed to be like that. So that's not. I don't think that they're going to be adding snow anytime soon because lore-wise, it doesn't make sense. Second, performance. I think performance-wise, this is just going to be like they've already got so much to work on performance of the game. They're already like every patch they're improving, every update they're improving on performance. But I don't think that they're quite there yet. And remember that they've removed rain falling in our screens in some moments because it was affecting performance way too much. And the moment that they removed it, some people were just like, oh wow, frames are just like through the roof and all of this. Don't cry. Yeah, I know. People are already feeling stinky about the game. Are going to push all the noobs out next. I don't believe so, Terminated. I don't believe so. From what I've been seeing from the numbers, the noobs are here to stay. Or at least some of the noobs are here to stay. Every time I'm in Elysium, I look at the accounts that are in my Elysium, and I see a good number of new players that have been leveling past level 20 of their account, and I've been seeing like some of the names that we all know, and there's names that have been returning that I haven't seen for a while, or you see them and you see them with like icons and banners from like early access season pass and all of this. So, you know, got a good mix of people, and like I said, the numbers don't seem to be dropping down that much. There's still people that are trying to get their Halloween pass completed in time because they're seeing the ticking time. It's ticking down. VTM Bloodlines 2. Oh no. Bloodlines 2 with like, again, as a reminder, if anyone is in here and doesn't know, Shark Mob has nothing to do with Bloodlines 2. Bloodlines 2 is Paradox. And Paradox, they have their own situations, they have their own themes, they have their own studio that's taking care of this. Absolutely unrelated to that. Even if it's a joke, I want to make sure that people know Bloodlines 2 has nothing to do with this game. Actually, Bloodlines 2 was supposed to be released before Bloodhunt. But there's still people instead that saw Bloodhunt coming out and have been requesting basically to turn Bloodhunt, because it's a functional recent game. Some people have been campaigning or wanting to transform this game into basically Bloodlines 2 or 3 or whatever. Anna Niflheim, what's up? Hello, thank you for chatting. Magix, I feel like they're not ready. Yeah, it's better for them to delay it instead of dropping an update that isn't ready yet, and they made us wait 2 months for the next one. I can wait for an extra 2 weeks, but they have to drop a really good update then. Absolutely, Magix, 100% agree. And I would like some communications. I would like some even more upfront communication on why exactly this situation happened, okay? And it's got to be like some really open and honest explanation about what's happened, enough so that, you know, us here, let's say reasonable people, can go look at those excuses or reasons. Sorry, I shouldn't say excuses, I should say reasons. The reasons, and go, okay, this sounds reasonable, or, you know, it sucks, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And unfortunately, it's kind of, again, in these news updates, since I started, I've been using the expression shit sandwich a little bit too much. I wish I could stop. But that's something that happens. It's really hard to keep defending a product that is going nowhere fast. Wow, are you talking about like standing in my shoes? You're terminated? Wow. I wish they just teased us with something. Yeah, Calamero, I wish. I wish. It's part of being game devs, apparently, not being on board and getting things stripped off or working on things you don't agree with. Yes, that is very much a part of game dev. A good example of this, look at Overwatch 2. Overwatch 2 is absolutely a Frankenstein baby of things that the devs wanted to make for their game, and interference from Bobby Kotick, pulling things apart, starting projects, canceling them. There are many reasons why Overwatch 2 was delayed so much because Activision wanted to do things with Blizzard and interfered with the product so much. So that's why I keep saying, like, I'm waiting for the PvE missions on Overwatch 2. And I'm also very excited about Overwatch 3. Because by then, Bobby Kotick will be out. And they'll... Hopefully, his successor will not be interfering in Overwatch business. And then we'll get something that the devs will actually be super proud of. Instead of, you know, a bunch of them that have left, that have been, like, tweeting about their experience about, you know... And basically just saying, though, the reason why everything is the way it is, and there's some things that we put out there and we don't like, it's entirely because of Bobby Kotick. So, there you go. I never thought that I would be on an anti-Bobby Kotick rant, but... Yeah, ask me like five years ago, like I wouldn't have said like I'd be there, but here I am saying like joining the masses of the angry game nerds. Sorry, going back at this. Thank you for. Thank you for the follows, Anon Nephilim and Perplexus. Holy crap, Perplexus! I've been seeing you a lot on the Twitter and other people's channels, but thank you for being here. It kills vibes. Yeah, we do what we can. Hey, Rick, hello. Sorry, catching up on a lot of things that you've been talking about. Doesn't that make you think that we could have been having fun at that day too if we weren't those games players? I mean, possibly. Perplexus, I'm sorry I've been so negative on Twitter about Bloodhunt, just frustrated. I just feel like communication should be the number one thing they give us. Just want to get back to playing. You know what? Thank you for saying this. I was starting to put you on the list of doomsayers that had nothing good to say about the game. I'm glad that you're saying this. There's definitely some statements that I've seen that you've been putting out there on Twitter and other channels that I thought, like, there's probably better ways to express what you're saying without necessarily having a layer of... Like, there's ways of being like, you know, hey, I wish that the update was there. I wish we had more communication. But, you know, you gotta understand, it's not just you, it's all of us. All of us that are supporting the game, all of us that like to play the game, all of us that have, you know, some of us are even like making it their one thing on Twitch, on streaming, on whatever. Like, we're there for the game, and like we're supporting, like we're doing as much as we can to support the devs. But, you know, if they've got an internal situation that we can't be a part of, then fortunately, like we're sitting in the waiting room, and we're sitting in the waiting room, and they know we're frustrated. Like, we know we're frustrated between each other, like each of us, and they know that we're frustrated. It's just that I hope that the people in charge of communication are aware that we feel like besides whatever update that they're giving us, like, the update is gonna be like, it's gonna be treated like in one part, like the content in the game, it's gonna be one thing. But then after that, when we're gonna understand the reasons of why they haven't been communicating with us, that's gonna be a whole different topic unto itself. And like, yeah, it's not going to be like confetti and sunshine coming from me and from a lot of people that I know already. Some people have been unloading their charge already. I'm just waiting to see what's going to be happening. But yeah, as far as I can be like positive and tell you to be positive about the situation, whoever's in, like, the people that are making the decisions for communications, like, I'm not, and I'm sorry if there's anyone that is following me and is looking at my content and that, you know, would consider me friendly to them. Like, I'm sorry, but that's, like, that is not the way to do it. I'm surprised. Honestly, I'm surprised and flabbergasted at the lack of communication that is like it's been okay. And just for a word, especially directed towards one person, and some people in chat might know exactly what I'm talking about. There's been two topics since the October update. There's been two topics that have been on the forefront of every streamer and most communications that we've been having between us as players. Number one has been the bots. Now, people have been talking about bots for weeks, and now the conversation has finally been dying down because everything has been said. Like, within a week, everything about the bots had been said. Now it's just been rehashing the same thing. But as the conversation about bots has started to die, the conversation that started to take place over that is the lack of communication from Bloodhunt. We've all been talking about this. We've all been scratching our heads and wondering why and wondering what was happening. Like, that's been a constant source of concern. But that's totally been a topic that everyone has been talking about and absolutely not been something that's been swept under the rug like nothing was happening. Absolutely not. If you've been keeping up with the pulse of the Bloodhunt community, that has absolutely been something that we've been talking about, like, constantly. Yeah, like, it's funny that some people that have not been playing the game or just have been, like, very, you know, been playing the game just for a few hours since the last update get to come in and sweep in and just make grand statements about, like, the community when they haven't been a part of the community that much or have been showing that much for the community. But that's, you know, sorry, I'm just, yeah, you know. I've heard from some that definitely enjoy the game if they're new. Yes, you're terminated. Absolutely. There's been sorry, I'm still catching up on what everyone's been saying. Yeah, there are still, like, that's the thing. There's still new players coming in. There's still, if you go into other people's streams, and sometimes in my streams, there are new players coming in going like, wait, this game is great. Once in a while you see this, like, why isn't no one talking about this game? This game is awesome. You know, why aren't more people talking about this? Why aren't more people playing this game? Game is, like, there's constantly people playing the game. I keep saying, look into the Bloodhunt Discord. Look into the number of people coming in every day inside the Discord. Since the October update, I've never seen so many people join up every day. And some good days, some days there's absolutely a lot. Some days, like, okay, it's been, like, dying down a little bit, but from what it's been, but still, the number that we still get every day is still so much more than we used to have past that for many months. So there's still new players, like, you can see, go in the Elysium, you can see new players making accounts. You can see in the Bloodhunt page on Twitch, there's a whole bunch of new streamers. Like, even if it's like a one viewer streamer, it's still a bunch of people that are just looking at this game, enjoying themselves, asking questions in other people's chats, asking what this game is all about, asking, should I buy this game? And then you tell them, well, it's free. So, yeah, hold on. I'm getting to... do we know if they're nerfing the crossbows in the update? Where's this? They're buffing all crossbow and adding a system to make sure it's every time. No, that's not the point. Zhangxi, holy heck! Zhangxi, coming up with another sub. Thank you so much. Rick, hello. Jeez, I've been missing a lot of chat. Hold on. How much of chat have I been missing? Aranka, you've been raiding. Thank you for the raid. Holy heck. That's what happens when I turn off my notifications. Okay. So everyone, hi. Oh my god. Yes, we're still recording, so notifications are off. Thank you, Mokrai. Hi, Aranka. Thank you everyone for coming in. Yes, so yes, there's some people that are saying I love the game, but there are too many bots. That's normal. That's fine. That's my yes, Aranka, you know that the game is the update is delayed, but I didn't know until this morning that the update was delayed. Bots were implemented to attract new players, but it is no. Fragile Lopez, it's not that. It's not that at all. We can talk about this after I'm done recording. I think I'm just gonna move on with what I have to say and just stop the recording, because now this is getting beyond the news. And thank you for Aranka for answering right now. I'm going to address that after I'm done recording. So, yeah. So that being said, like I said, maybe it's a good idea that maybe it's a good thing that that the update is going to be after December 6th because of all the competition that is going to be happening. So maybe another week is actually going to be better. But time will tell. Hopefully we'll get some communication of any kind from the Bloodhunt team very soon. In the meantime, we get to enjoy our 6 gems, which is cool. Till then, we have 3 days till the Halloween pass ends, but beyond that, who knows? Like, I don't know. But next week, I'll still be here. I'll still be here, and I'll report whatever I can. And even if it's nothing, I'll still be here to just go, hey, got nothing to report? Thank you for being here. I don't know. We're going to see. But as a reminder to everyone, if you do pick up on some details that might be interesting or newsworthy, don't hesitate to contact me, to let me know, give me screenshots of convos, or give me links to VODs. I can't be on everyone's streams all the time. There's only 24 hours in a day. If you want to help, I appreciate. I can't find everything, and like I said, I'm very busy with my IRL stuff, but I'm doing the best that I can. So everyone, please give me a follow on Twitch if you can. The channel is growing. I appreciate everyone for joining up. And remember that when I stream Bloodhunt, I can get you some special drops, and the special drops that are being given out, and I do code giveaways. So follow me here, follow me on my Twitter. And as for the recording, that's it for us here. Be kind to each other, and thank you for watching.